let's make an item for our item bank. All right, we're going to start on the assessment tab, and we're going to go to the item bank sub-tab, and that will land us in our own personal item bank, and we can click the blue Add Item button to begin. Now we're going to fill this all out very carefully, like we're going to add a title that we can search easily. We're going to choose our question type. Now, I'm not going to go through every one of these question types in this video. That would take a really long time, but the tips that I'm going to give you will apply to every question type and help you find the answers that you're looking for as you create these questions. All right. You're going to fill out all of this stuff and hit continue, and that's going to take you to a screen that looks like this. Now, I'm setting up a match list question because it's sufficiently difficult. But every question kind of follows the same format in here in this editor. So you've got three main sections. You've got the top left, which is your compose question section. You'll see it says compose question right here. All right, this is where you compose it. Then down here is where you set the correct answer. And then up here is where you preview. Now, all of this is important because when you set the correct answer, there is some amount of preview that can happen here as well. Like, for example, when I set these options to add a drag handle, you'll see the effect that that has on the question right here. You can see that if I choose to duplicate responses and then I try to set my key, I can choose red for strawberry, but I could also choose red again for grape. This question, if I want them to answer purple, that is not a good idea. Okay, so I need to take that off. And then I could shuffle the options, which means that they'll just come up in a different order. Now, when we get down to more options, this is where a lot of people get really confused because some of this terminology is kind of new, and especially things like partial match per response, like all the different scoring types. That's a little confusing. So here's what you do. You go up here to the top right and you click on this little tiny question mark. This has the best information of anywhere on the internet that I found about what all these terms mean, okay? So you can see in here it talks about the scoring types specifically, and it gives a great explanation about what partial match per response is. So in this case, each correct response will be awarded an individual score. And if you look at mine, I have this question set to 1 point, right? But you'll see in my preview, here is where my score is, and I can see that it's actually worth 3 because it's giving a partial match per response. So it's giving that 1 point to every piece of that question, to every element that the student can get correct. And as I try this out, as I get answers correct, you'll see that my score, oh, you know why it did that? Look, I didn't have the entire key done. Yeah, you better do that. Okay, now it should tell me, oh, it's going to make me redo it. Okay, fine. Red, purple, yellow. 3 out of 3. Okay, so it'll show me how this is scored. I can show the correct answers. And this is a great feature because this shows you exactly what it's going to look like for the kids. Now, if you have a passage to add to your question, you're going to do that with this blue button up here that says Add Feature. The first one on there is Passage. And if you click on that, it will let you look for your own passages, and then it will let you search for the passage. Okay, so you can add it that way. You can also add things like calculators and rulers here if you have one that is needed for a specific question. All right, now once all of this is done and set to your liking, you'll scroll all the way to the bottom, and you'll either save it as a draft or you're going to publish it. You'll publish it in order to be able to use it in an assessment. But once you hit publish, you're going to get this warning that says that once you have published it, you can no longer edit it. So you need to be sure that you have everything set correctly, and then you can click OK. And that's all there is to adding an item to the item bank. Good luck to you. Let me know if you have any questions.